Hello, science fans. Something huge, something powerful, something incredibly important. I'm talking about the ocean. Our planet is mostly covered in water. More than just a home for fish and a great place for a swim, the ocean is like a giant rechargeable battery. It's also like a massive treasure chest, filled with valuable materials. Think about it. Constant motion of the waves, daily rise and fall of the tides, temperature differences in the water itself. It's science in action on a planetary scale. So, what exactly are these ocean resources? Let's break it down. Ocean energy means capturing power from the ocean's natural movements and properties. This isn't science fiction. It's real and happening now. So, how do we get power from this big body of water? There are several super cool ways. The first one you've probably seen is wave energy. Imagine devices that float on the surface of the ocean, bobbing up and down with every passing wave. As these devices move, they can drive a pump or spin a turbine to generate electricity. It's like a playground seesaw, but instead of kids, it's the ocean's waves doing all the work. The energy in a single wave can be immense. Coastlines with big, powerful waves could one day be lined with wave energy converters, turning that motion into light and power for our homes. Next up is tidal energy, as predictable as the tides. The moon's gravity pulls on the oceans, making water rise and fall. We can build special dams called barrages across a bay or estuary. When the tide comes in, water flows through tunnels in the dam, spinning turbines. When the tide goes out, it flows back through, spinning turbines again. It's a two-way generator. Another approach uses underwater turbines that look like big windmills on the ocean floor. Now let's dive deep. Talk about the treasure chest of the ocean, the mineral resources. The most obvious one is something you probably have in your kitchen: salt. The ocean is salty because of dissolved minerals, mainly sodium chloride. For centuries, people have been collecting seawater in shallow ponds, letting the sun evaporate the water and harvesting the salt left behind. Beyond what's dissolved in the water, there are vast resources on and under the seafloor. You know about sand, gravel, beaches are made of it. These materials are dredged, scooped up from the ocean floor in huge quantities. Deep down on the ocean floor, far from shore, there are some truly amazing mineral deposits. You might be surprised by how much we already use ocean energy and minerals in our daily lives. While large-scale ocean energy is still developing, some places are already benefiting from it. For instance, there is a large tidal power station in France called the Rance Tidal Power Station that has been generating clean electricity for thousands of homes for over 50 years. That's decades of power for lights, televisions, and computers, all thanks to the reliable pull of the moon. In other coastal communities, smaller experimental wave and tidal devices are being tested, providing power to local grids and helping scientists learn how to build bigger and better systems for the future. Ocean minerals are even more common in your day-to-day world. The salt on your French fries? It very likely came from evaporated seawater. The concrete in the sidewalk you walk on or the foundation of your school was probably made with sand and gravel dredged from a coastal area or the ocean floor. Iodine, an element that is crucial for our thyroid gland, is abundant in seaweed and seafood. Desalination turns seawater into fresh water for millions. So, what are the big benefits? Why are scientists and engineers so excited about tapping into the ocean's power and riches? The number one reason for developing ocean energy is that it's clean and renewable. Unlike burning fossil fuels like coal and oil, which release harmful greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change, ocean energy technologies produce electricity with virtually no pollution. Tidal energy is powered by the natural cycles of the Earth and the sun. The tides will always rise and fall, and the sun will always warm the ocean's surface. This means the energy source won't run out, which is what renewable means. Another huge benefit is that ocean energy is often very predictable and reliable. We can calculate the exact times the tide will come in and go out hundreds of years into the future. This makes tidal energy an incredibly reliable source of power that energy grid operators can count on. When we talk about ocean minerals, a major benefit is the potential to find new, vast sources of materials that are becoming scarce on land. The metals needed for our green energy transition, like cobalt and nickel, are in high demand. Finding them in polymetallic nodules on the seafloor could provide a new supply chain. Of course, nothing is perfect. We have to be very, very careful when we work in the ocean. The biggest risk is harm to marine life and ecosystems. Installing large tidal barrages can change estuary water flow. Birds, fish, other creatures, all can be affected. Underwater tidal turbine blades could be dangerous to animals. Seals, dolphins, whales. Construction and operational noise can disrupt animals that use sound. Deep-sea mining has serious risks. The deep ocean is fragile and poorly understood. Robotic mining vehicles on the seafloor can stir up huge plumes of sediment. Like underwater dust clouds, sediment plumes can drift for miles and smother deep-sea life. Sediment could smother corals, sponges, and other fragile organisms. Toxins can move up the food chain and potentially contaminate fish we eat. So what have we learned? The Earth's ocean is an incredible place, brimming with potential. It offers us powerful sources of clean, renewable energy. The dance of the tides, the might of the waves, the hidden heat in its depths. At the same time, the ocean floor holds a vast treasure chest of minerals, including the very metals we need to build the technologies of the future. Electric cars, advanced computers, these depend on the metals we may find at sea. It's an exciting time to be exploring them, but we must proceed with caution and responsibility. We need to study, understand, and protect our oceans before we rush to exploit them. The path forward is a balancing act, weighing benefits against risks. We need policies and international agreements that ensure any development is sustainable and equitable. Your curiosity and your voice are important in shaping how we interact with our amazing blue planet. Ultimately, the future of ocean resources is in our hands. By learning all we can, by asking tough questions, and by demanding that we prioritize the health of the ocean, we can find ways to power our future and preserve the wonder of the marine environment for generations to come. The ocean has given us life, and now it offers us a path to a cleaner future. Let's be smart and careful enough to take that path wisely.